And we back live from the RPL studios. It's your boy. You know it's coming next. It's your boy Rocky Prop. Rookie Bets. Reverse Kermit.
Reverse Kermit.
Here with Double Down Dan on Degen Fantasy. Guys, what it is, we are gearing up for the NFL playoffs. We just finished a wild week of NFL games, seeing who's getting in, who's not getting in, and we have a bracket created. So we're getting straight into it. Fresh off our bets this week. The week before, we were like, we can do better. We came through with a little spice for y'all, with a little something. Let me get the display right. We came through with a little spice, going 7-5. And Dan shouldn't be here right now because I asked him on the stream. I said, hey, if you got, out of all these props, if you had to put your life, gun to your head on just one of these props, which one are you picking? And he goes, you know what? I'm putting it on Justin Fields. He wants Iguodala. And so how'd you escape that one, bro?
To be honest, I said it. I said it, and I was like, okay, I won't die if this doesn't hit. And then yesterday, North Carolina gets hit by one of the strongest storms I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, yo, this is it. I bet my life on Justin Fields, and they're taking me out. They're
Jesus heard him.
Coming to collect, dude. They heard it. We weren't that far off. We were with the 199 for the passing yards. We were like 40 yards short.
I'll take credit for that, L.
We were 40 yards short.
Yeah.
But with Huntley, I feel like we should have probably hit with him. He was about 15 yards short. Pittman had no shot when it just no fucking shot whatsoever.
Pittman looked not that great. He looked still like he was banged up.
He catches the first three passes, 21 yards. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy as fuck. And then on the next drive, Nico Collins scores on a 76-yard touchdown. I'm like, oh, we're good. We're good to go. And then he doesn't catch another ball.
Yeah, let me tee that off with two things. One, CJ Stroud, we were like, all right, he's going to have a day. And we get these lines doing this channel early. Fucking Thursday game, what was it, a Saturday game? Wednesday, Tuesday, we're just waiting for them to drop. We had some people some of our buddies tell us that we told them, listen, the longer you wait to pick up this prop, the more the line's going to move. And we had a couple people, because what did he finish with? He finished with like
264.
264. Some people got him at 264.5. Some people got him at 264. Some people got him at 265. So our bet that we took here at this place at this point in time hit for 260.5. And I was talking to Dan, and he's like, CJ Stroud's going to have a day. And I said, okay, well, if CJ Stroud's going to have a day, he needs a receiver to throw to. I'm like, I'm cooking Tank Dell. I'm cooking Nico Collins. Nico Collins is going to be my top pick of this week because without who I just named, Tank Dell, from the lineup, Nico Collins, he had a breakout year this season. And I'm like, I'm riding Nico Collins. Nico Collins is great for fantasy managers. A lot of people didn't even draft him. And if you got him off waivers week 1, week 2, week 3, after all the fucking Puka hype dropped down, you got yourself a little gem. And I managed to trade Nico Collins for Cooper Kupp this season, which honestly looked more fair than there's no collusion. It looked more fair later on in the season than I thought. Anyway, first play of the game.
Boop. First play on offense. First play on offense for the Texans. Yes, it was a 76-yard touchdown.
First play of the game for Nico Collins.
It was solid.
Yeah, it was a deep bomb. And then we hit. Oh yeah, my phone was blown up. Then we hit 2 anytime tutties for your boy JT, and someone I thought I'd never ever even roster on a fantasy team, let alone bet on, is Devin Singletary. He was the one who had an incentive that everyone was really hot on, so we took him for 63.5 over, and he hit. And then we took him for the anytime tutty, and Jonathan Taylor, of course, he looked great the entire game. That was a good game to watch. Yeah.
Oh my God, he looked fucking incredibly good. He was running like a motherfucker. He has not lost one fucking step, dude. He was the only part about that team that was looking good that whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at it, when you look at it, the fucking Saturday, we kind of killed fucking Saturday.
Oh, we did kill Saturday.
Yeah, I
And
mean, we
that
did pretty fucking good.
so I think too I was speaking on we on running backs this season have been on a tear. On
Just
an
hot.
absolute tear on running backs. The only one we ever really missed, I think, was DeAndre Swift, which was the week prior to this week on the Eagles. He looked like absolute dog shit. But yeah, look at our running back tally. Killing it right now. Did pretty decently on QBs, and then wide receivers, we went 1 for 2. I'm happy about this one. We talked about the Steelers Ravens game already, so that was a fucking shit show. If you watch the Texans game instead, you're in a happier place because
Yeah,
that Steelers Ravens game was not anything to like
I was
be
just
happy
screaming at
about.
my TV.
Yeah, it's just
Just
yelling.
fucking screaming. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Oh, we were so close.
So those were our picks. That's how this week went. And then also Dan hit a fucking come up on our stream towards the end last week. I think it was the Sunday stream. We started talking college football with Brian for the national championship, and I was trying to find clips of people calling the scores of the game. I was unable to, but a lot of people thought that the Michigan Washington game was going to be a close game. And Dan's sitting here on stream. It's on our channel if you want to check it out. And he's like, I think it's going to be like a 30-13 game. And I think that Michigan's going to win. And what was the final score, Dan?
34-13.
That's crazy.
I was on point. I was on point for that one. We hit all the props we bet. The 2 props that we tipped cashed easy. The 3 props that we tipped all cashed easy. So that's another 3 on the tally there. I was all over Michigan. I bet at the start of the semifinals, Michigan to beat Washington in the championship. That was a plus 550 ticket. It was fucking nice. Cashed the fuck out of that. Knew it was going to cash too. Knew it was going to hit. Knew Michigan was going to win. There's no way that defense. And it started out. I thought at the start, it was going to be 63-0, but Washington held their own, and Michigan was really stupid with the gameplay. I think Michigan's coaching. I don't know if John Harbaugh is going to, or Jim, or whoever the fuck is in Michigan. One of the Harbaugh brothers is in Michigan. I don't know if he's going back to the NFL, but I thought the coaching was very suspect in the playoffs. So I'd be concerned about that if he was my head coach.
And also breaking news today that I saw was head coach of Alabama, Nick Saban. There's a rumor going around there. I don't know if he said that he is retiring.
It's official.
It's official. He's done.
It's official. He's done.
How old is he? He's like a president. He's like a president's age.
He's like 65, 66, something like that. But yeah, there was a lot of listen. Today was the day of coaches. Today and yesterday was the day of coaches getting fucking mauled. Pete Carroll retired today.
Did he? I didn't see that.
It just happened.
Wow.
Just happened. Pete Carroll's out. Yeah, Saban just retired, and then on top of that, yesterday you got Vrabel from Tennessee getting fired. There's a lot of changes going around right now, man.
Yeah, let me place a bet on someone from the Houston Texans coaching staff is going to get taken to a starting head coach job because at least 6 head coaches right now of all came from the Texan system. They have a great system over there as well. But moving on really quick, actually, before I move on, Dan, how much are you up off of your national championship game picks that we gave out for free on Sunday?
A respectable 550. It was a nice fucking. It was a nice Monday. It was a really good Monday. The bookie was not happy, but I am very happy. So, yeah,
he's getting paid out here, boys. So
yep.
Now that we're into the NFL playoffs, 1, this will be my first time sports betting in the NFL playoffs. And 2, let that be said that I've been on a heater in the last 3 months of sports betting. So don't let that deter you. And 2, out of all the matchups, before we get to them, I want to hear some of your end of season awards. Who do you think not is going to win, but in double down Dan's eyes, who is your MVP of the season?
Okay, I'm going to give you the A and B options real quick. I'm not going to tell you who there are, but I'm going to give you their stat line for the season. Okay. Mm-hmm. Player B, 4,500 yards throwing, 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Player A, 3,600 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Which one do you think should be the MVP?
I'm thinking player A. is probably Josh Allen. And I'm thinking player B. I don't know. I couldn't tell you who player A was. No, I'm thinking player
But the stat line. What
the stat
who do you
line.
think should be
Player
the
B
MVP
probably
based
be
on?
MVP.
Okay. Player B is Dak Prescott.
Holy. Who's
Player
player A?
A is Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Allen.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
No way. Wait, how many touchdowns did he throw for this year?
Lamar Jackson threw for 24 touchdowns this year.
And then Dak threw for 36.
3,600. No, yeah, he threw for 36 touchdowns. Dak only had 9 picks. Lamar had 7. Dak threw for almost 1,000 yards more than what Lamar threw.
Wow.
And he's not, and Dak is like plus 1,800 right now.
Wow.
Lamar is off the board at like minus 300. Okay. Your next best option, honestly, Dak won't get it because there's no respect for that. But when we're really looking at it, Dak, I thought Josh Allen immediately because I'm a homer, but like when you look at the turnovers, it's just not, there's no way. Josh Allen did account for 45 touchdowns in the regular season, more than any other player. I think he's definitely deserving to be on the list, but my MVP would be Dak. I think without him, they'd be horrible. I think he had a really, really good season. And I don't agree that Lamar Jackson should be the MVP.
I'm fascinated by that one too. I'm not going to dilute what you just said with any of my well, this is who I think should MVP. I'm going to rock with that. I really like that a lot. Who's your offensive player of the year?
Gotta be McCaffrey. I would assume Josh Allen would be a close second to that, but 21 total touchdowns, over 2,000 yards from scrimmage. I mean, he's just there were games where you couldn't stop him. Most games. McCaffrey. How about you?
Not leaning. If I was only just leaning McCaffrey, I would just straight up say McCaffrey, but I will also throw Tyreek Hill in there despite his banged up injuries. I will throw Tyreek Hill in there. Obviously, that's an easy pick because
another great season.
Yeah, another phenomenal season for Tyreek. I'm not going to do defensive player of the year. Who's your rookie of the year? There's only 2 choices really.
No, I'm locked in for defensive player of the year right now. I actually think this is our tightest race with the most value. So we're gonna hit defensive player of the year. Okay.
Okay.
Just roll with me on this. Okay. This is the tightest race of all these races. Pretty much all these awards are locked up. Besides comeback player of the year, there's a little shit going on there that we'll talk about. But this is the closest race. So we got in first, he's minus 200, meaning you got to bet 200 to win 100 on this guy. Myles Garrett. He's got 14 sacks on the year, a lot of tackles, a lot of pressure. I think he's affected games probably more than anyone else in the league. TJ Watt is in second place right now.
I was
plus
thinking
210.
TJ Watt.
Plus 210. TJ Watt had 19 sacks this year. Okay.
He's also not playing in the playoff game.
He's also not playing in the playoff game, yes, but this is a regular season award.
I just wanted to add that.
Then we have Micah Parsons, and I don't think anybody affects a team like TJ Watt does. There's actually a crazy statistic going around since he started. He's missed 12 games with the Steelers. What do you think their record is in those games? Like, be realistic.
Since he started?
Yeah, he's missed 12 games since he started his career in Pittsburgh. They've been without him for 12, right? What do you think the record of the team is during those 12 games?
They did. I'm surprised how well they did this year. I'd probably say 4-8.
Okay, they are 1-11.
Wow, are you serious?
Without TJ Watt, they are 1-11. Okay, so I think we could probably point to him to being a person that really affects the team negatively or when he's not on the field. And then Micah Parsons is in third place. He's plus 330. He's got 14 sacks this year. I think, again, another very effective end. I think he was really, really good, affected the ball a lot. The one I'm circling is TJ Watt at plus 210. Now, I know Myles Garrett will probably get this award, but I think if we're going to take a little bit of that hard-earned cash, we just made you a little bit of money last week, okay? We gave you a lot of shit. A lot of shit hit. We're good. We're up fat right now. We're fucking rolling. I think let's take 40 or $60. Let's throw it at plus 210 on a guy who got 19 sacks and a guy that's getting a lot of coverage right now. Okay.
A lot of coverage.
A lot of coverage. Everyone's all over how bad the Steelers are without TJ Watt. Everyone's talking about how he's the best player in the league. Everyone's talking about how he should get Defensive Player of the Year. And I think he will get it. And if we're still getting plus 210 right now, we're going to fucking lock that in for 40, $60. And then next week we're drinking bourbon all week, guys. You know what I mean?
I like that a lot. I'll co-sign that.
I love that pick. I think we, little bit of value. You got to love the plus number on a guy that's got 19 sacks.
Wow. Yeah, TJ Watt's been on an absolute heater since he's been back. It's sad that he's not going to make that playoff game. So who's your rookie of the year, synopsis-wise? And I think it's only between Puka Nacua and CJ Stroud. Who are you taking?
All right. Overall, great rookie class. Like one of the better rookie class. I mean, seriously, a lot of fucking stars. I think the 4 offensive rookies of the year, because there is actually an offensive and defensive thing. So if we're taking all defensive players off the board, offensively, you're looking. It's a 1-horse race. CJ Stroud is minus 5,000 right now to win it. He's gonna win it. So there's really no value. Stay away from this if you're looking to bet on it, unless you're looking to bet 5,000 to win 100, which is fucking ridiculous. But I think past CJ, you're looking at Puka, you're looking at Gibbs, and you're looking at Laporta. I really like this rookie class. I think Laporta, out of the other 3, has been the most effective. I know Nacua has been amazing, but I think Laporta is. The Lions are in trouble if he's going to miss their playoff game. I think he brings a lot to the field. But actually, another tight race, and it's funny how they're all the tight races are on the defensive side of the ball. You got a 2-horse race between Jalen Carter, who's minus 130 to win it, and Will Anderson Jr., who's plus 150. I think if Ambu was a betting man, I'd definitely lay that plus 150 on Will Anderson. I think he's been really he's great. But if we're looking at taking a defense that was suspect as fuck and making it actually pretty decent this year, Will Anderson, I think, has done more for the defense that he's a part of. That's just my opinion. But
okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one. As I'm looking into this, I don't really want to do comeback player of the year because the whole DeMar Hamlin thing and everyone freaking out.
We have to do comeback player of the year. We have to because
player of the year.
Listen, we'll go coach of the year after this, but I'm just saying, listen, this is a very interesting race. Okay, Hamlin died on the field and he did play this year, so that's great.
Yep.
That's fucking awesome. He's only minus 300. Do you know who number 2 is?
No.
Joe fucking Flacco.
That is a comeback.
Plus 200. Wait, plus 200. This guy's been fucking dropping dimes all over the field. He's like what? He's lost 1 time since he's been the starter.
I don't think it matters, and I agree. It's a great point. I just think
I know he died. I just fucking Jesus.
You can't beat that out.
You can if the fucking Cleveland Browns win the Super Bowl. You can definitely beat that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I think Flacco's got a fucking shot.
No, but even
Flacco could win this award.
Joe Flacco wins a fucking Super Bowl, which he will not. They're gonna be like, all right, Joe Flacco got a ring. We're really gonna give him the fucking the comeback player of the year award when DeMar Hamlin died.
How could you argue it at that point? DeMar didn't do shit. He was fucking inactive for the whole season. I know he died. I feel like I feel like a prick. Listen, I'm just being honest. He came back. He played in a couple games. He really didn't fucking do anything. He's just there.
Award. It's a charity award, but like I said,
I'm just saying, Joe Flacco, you know what? You're getting me riled up right now, and I don't appreciate it.
Get riled up, Stephen A. Go ahead.
Joe Flacco should win that award. I stand by that.
I agree. Right, if DeMar Hamlin didn't have that terrible experience on field, Joe Flacco would win that award. At the same fucking token, dude, you can't. Dude, he didn't even get. All he's done is stood on the sideline all year. That's the least they're gonna do for him.
I know, but it's like, come on, man. Give him the best sideline guy. Like, why do we have to give him Joe Flacco's the comeback player of the year?
That is
He's the comeback player of the year. Give him the fucking
him
MVP.
best sideline guy.
I'm just saying, he's been in a box or on the sideline the whole season.
All right. Who is your biggest fucking surprise of the year, Dan? Who are you like, holy shit, what a season. I did not expect that.
God, that's fucked up because I think it might be Flacco. Who's it for you? Seriously, who is it for you?
For me, it's Sam Laporta.
I mean, I guess, but like we've seen Joe Flacco. We've seen him. Yeah, like Sam Laporta's a fucking rookie. Yeah, but okay, great.
A rookie tight end. I was surprised.
Let's see how he does next year when everyone's got fucking tape on him, okay? Let's talk about this. This guy's out of the league, buddy. He's fucking on the couch eating fucking chips, watching fucking Degen Fantasy, getting some bets in for the week. Yep. He's having a great time. And then they call him and he's ready. He's he's lost one game as a start. I just don't see how you fucking, I don't know, man. He's the best story of the fucking year. And he's Italian. You know what? Lock in Flacco.
All right. I'll side with it. Joe Flacco.
God, you got me fucking defending Joe Flacco like he's my wife right now.
You get fucking going here. All right, because this is the whole topic of the episode. I don't want to spend too long on who fucking did well, whatever the fuck not. One thing I will say is I was very surprised Jahmyr Gibbs did better than Bijan Robinson this season. I'm gonna lay up while you're all here today. It is gonna be the matchup. It is gonna be what we got rocking for the NFL playoffs this coming time around. And we got Baltimore and San Fran. They will not be playing there on their number one bye. And we are looking at all these. Dan, what matchup just jumps off the screen at you here?
What matchup jumps off the screen? I think I'm circling. Man, a lot of good matchups, a lot of good storylines, but I think I would probably circle. I think that Miami game is going to be a shit show. So I don't think it's going to be a fun watch. Best game of the week, maybe Cleveland, Houston, Rams, Detroit. Definitely circling that one.
I think the not expected one is going to be Philly versus Tampa is going to be a slugfest.
I don't agree.
Why don't you agree?
I think Philly's going to beat them pretty bad.
I think Philly's been on a slump. And they had a bunch of chances to have a get-back game. And Tampa's fucking motivated, and they're on a fucking heater right now. And they got a running back that's playing well. They got a quarterback that's slinging the ball. They got a top wide receiver, and they got a pretty decent defense.
Yeah, see, here's what I know, okay? The playoffs are different.
I agree. Right?
Baker Mayfield beat the Panthers by the score of 9-0.
And I will probably say they're probably one of the top 10 defenses in the league.
They are a good defense. Right. But they still teams have beaten them by more than 9 points. Correct?
I agree.
Right. Teams that aren't in the playoffs have beaten them by more than 9 points. I'm pretty sure there's been a few. Here's my one thing. When everybody is telling you, when everybody is saying or picking a certain team, everyone is picking Philadelphia to lose. That's the hot
Are they really?
Pick. Yeah, that's the hot pick.
Oh.
The hot pick is the Eagles are coming in here. Listen, this is a fucking nightmare matchup for the Tampa Bay Bucks. This is a fucking nightmare. Philly's got athletes all over the defense. I don't think that they're going to come in here unmotivated.
They're in Tampa, right?
They're in Tampa, which is beautiful weather. I mean, you're coming from fucking Philly. Great. We're in Tampa. It's warm. Who gives a fuck? That's great. Still cold, but not like we're not dealing with 80-degree summers and shit like that right now. Everyone's on Tampa. That means double downs on the other side.
See, that's crazy because one, I didn't know Tampa was being ridden that heavily. I just that is the matchup to me that has, even though Tampa finished higher than Philly, is the biggest upset potential. Or it's the biggest. It's the potential.
I don't agree with that. I don't.
Who do you think's the biggest upset potential other than you think? I feel like I know your answer.
Say it.
Is it Cleveland and Houston?
Nope.
Is it Pittsburgh and Buffalo?
It is not. It's
I just realized it's our two favorite cities battling right now.
Yeah.
I
Don't
like
well,
that.
you don't
I
even
like
like the
that.
Steelers, so you don't
I don't
even
like the Steelers, but yeah, I'll rock with
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, man.
No,
Black and
actually,
yellow,
and you
baby.
didn't even react when I said it. It's the Rams. The Rams over Detroit.
I think that's just a solid ass game. I think they're both evenly
It's
matched
going to be
teams.
a really good game, but I think
It's
the
going to be a
Rams are
great
going to
game.
win. I think the Rams.
You think the
are gonna
Rams are going to win?
Yeah.
Honestly, after that whole fucking debacle of watching the Lions play the Cowboys, I will also side with you on that. So, all right, cool. Before we break down everything else,
Wait.
Go ahead.
Before we move on to anything else,
We're not moving on. But go ahead.
we're doing something right now, and it's spontaneous. This is to win. Okay, let's say the winner pays the other one $50. Okay,
Are we actually doing this?
Yeah, I think we should.
Well,
Why
I'm
not?
still in the whole 112 for your brother, but
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to pay that, but this is 50
Fuck.
straight up. You and me, $50. Don't be a pussy. Let's do this real quick. We're gonna run down and we're gonna pick every game.
Okay.
All the way down to the Super Bowl.
All the way down to the Super Bowl. Nah, just this round.
No, fuck that.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it.
Just this round. You want to do just this round?
We
All
can
right, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do. Are you sure?
If we do just this round and then every round, we can do this bet every time.
Okay, fuck it. All right, here we go. All right,
All right,
you go first. Okay, go from top to bottom, left to right.
All right, Cleveland, Houston. I'm taking Houston.
Okay.
Philly, Tampa. I'm taking Philly.
Okay.
Miami, Kansas City. Fuck me. Taking Miami.
Wow.
Rams, Detroit. I'm taking the fucking Lions.
Wow. Okay.
Buffalo, Pittsburgh. I'm taking black and yellow to lose. I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay.
And Green Bay and Dallas. I'm taking Dallas. So I'm gonna owe you $50 because you're gonna take the Rams and Kansas City, aren't you?
Nah, I didn't say any.
Let's hear. All right, let's hear.
I didn't say any of that.
All right,
okay, I'll go. Okay, ready?
All right, left, right.
So I'm gonna go Cleveland. Okay, off the bat.
I just went so biased. You took Cleveland?
I did Cleveland. I'm gonna take KC. And I'm gonna take Buffalo. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm gonna take Philly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna take the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna take Dallas.
Oh, I just realized this is the quarterback matchup.
What's the quarterback matchup?
It's Goff and Stafford from their original teams.
Listen, here's what I know.
Damn, I just biasly took my two favorite teams out of the Miami, KC, Rams, Detroit.
Here's what I know. Here's what I know. There's a coach named Sean McVay in Los Angeles who had Jared Goff as a quarterback for the better part of 5 years, I'm almost assuming.
Yep.
He knows every fucking inch of that motherfucker. I think that this is a great matchup for the Rams. Just gonna say
Rams
that.
are gonna win. They got Puka.
They're also in a dome.
Kyron.
They're also in a dome, so no weather to affect old man Stafford. He's coming home.
Goff is great in a dome too, though.
Goff is good in the dome too. I'll give him that. But if it's coming down to coaching and quarterback play, I'll take McVay and I'll take Stafford. Okay. So that's the first round pick. So just let's recap them real quick for everybody. In the first game, I took Cleveland. Rocky took Houston.
Mm-hmm.
The second game, you took Philly. I took Philly. Okay, so we're together on that one.
Okay.
You took Miami. I took KC. So
I just don't want to see KC win.
I took the Rams. You took Detroit. We both took Buffalo. And we both took Dallas.
And also keep in mind, I did that to also make it spicy because if I didn't take
no, listen
to me.
Fucking keep
I could have
spicy.
easily went to the Rams and to KC for the win, but also like
why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? So honestly, I think KC's gonna win, and I think it's gonna be it's 50-50 with the Rams and Detroit. I think Detroit can pull it off if they're actually because they're having a season.
I agree.
But also, like the only difference we would have had is Houston and Cleveland, and it's also because I have not watched one Cleveland Brown game this season.
Yeah, no, I get that. But also, this is for money. Like, there's no reason to be fucking shitting around, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give you one time to change a pick. And I'm being nice. One time. Which game do you want to change? One game.
Kansas City.
Okay.
Kansas City. I'll stay with the Lions.
Okay, cool. Good. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. This is for money, baby. Money's on the line. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll give you that. I like my picks.
Witnesses. We have witnesses.
We do have witnesses. Okay.
Yes. So you're fucked.
All right. So what? I had one more on here. All right. So take two teams. Who do you think's going to the Super Bowl?
I think consensus right now is San Francisco and Baltimore. I do want to warn everybody in the playoffs. Whatever looks like the easiest, most logical answer will not happen. Okay? Just going to tell you that. That's it. I don't like Baltimore. I'm not a huge fan of San Francisco. Here's what I would say. One of them gets to the Super Bowl. I don't think it's Baltimore. So I'll take
Dallas.
No.
Dallas.
I don't think Dallas has the dogs. I'd probably
has the
take
dogs in the defense.
Yeah, but they don't have the quarterback to. I like Prescott.
Excuse me. I'm pretty sure you just said Dak
for
Prescott.
Regular season.
Prescott.
You know what? For a regular season award, okay. All right. So, and San Francisco already beat the fuck out of them. So, if you want to go, San Francisco beat them by like 30 points. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to take San Francisco. Okay. And it's really a crapshoot on the left side of the bracket.
I think the Super Bowl is going to be Dallas, San Francisco.
You can't be Dallas, San Francisco.
Oh, that's right.
They're in the same conference.
Yeah, the same conference. Okay.
I think it's going to be Cleveland and San Francisco. That's what I think it's going to be.
Are you smoking pole?
Well, I'm not sucking.
Cleveland's making it to the Super Bowl? Yes, that's exactly what I was asking.
Cleveland is. I think Cleveland's
hop
really
off
good,
Joe
man.
Flacco. Hop off of him.
It's not about Joe Flacco. They have the best defense out of any of these teams. They have the best defense.
True.
They're so good, and their scheme is so solid. They've beaten the Ravens once and that's more than most teams can say, by the way. They've beaten the Ravens once with DTR as their quarterback. He was fucking horrid, dude, and they beat him by 3 points. They have a great defense. They do. They're well coached, and they're fucking really dumb on offense sometimes, but Flacco gives them a gunslinger, and at least he's fucking moving the ball down the field.
Do you think anybody on the board can beat San Francisco in a game?
Yeah. I think
more than one team.
I think the Rams could give them a game. I think Detroit could give them a game. I don't like them as much. Dallas could definitely could beat San Francisco. They could. They could beat San.
They can.
If they play to their full potential, they could definitely beat them. I don't like the AFC this year.
At all.
Do think Cleveland gives them a good game. I do think Baltimore gives them a good game as well. I don't think Buffalo could do it, and I don't think the rest of the teams could do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's super tough. Do you think anybody on this board can beat Baltimore? And I know you're big against Baltimore. So who on this board can beat Baltimore?
Cleveland, Buffalo. Cleveland and Buffalo could beat Baltimore.
What if Baltimore made it to the finals? Can San Fran, Philly, the Rams, Detroit, Green Bay, or Dallas beat them?
I think Dallas, Detroit, the Rams, and San Francisco could beat them, yeah.
That would be a crazy Super Bowl if it was Baltimore, San Fran. So yeah, I'm gonna ride with if it's not San Fran with Dallas, but dude, that AFC matchup's so crazy. All these teams you want to know on the NFC side, there's not as many question marks. On the AFC, there's so many question marks. A lot of teams are banged up. A lot of teams like fucking Kansas City, fucking just whine. What do you think about that matchup between Miami and Kansas City with it being -5 degrees is the projection in Kansas City for that game?
I hate it. I wish they were in a dome. I want to see this shit played on turf. I don't want to see it played outside.
Also, are you happy as a Bills fan that you're not playing Kansas City first round?
No, I actually think we could beat the fuck out of them this year.
Yeah.
We beat them once. I think we beat them again. I'm not concerned. I think Kansas City's lost its mojo. I don't like, honestly, I desperately wanted to pick Miami. They're just so fucking banged up that I can't, and I don't know if they could play in the cold. But I'm glad that it's going to be very cold. But I think it sucks for viewership. I'm not even going to watch this game. It's on Peacock anyways. I don't even know if anybody has
ridiculous.
Peacock.
I got Peacock.
Of course you have. You know what? You got Flip and fucking Peacock, and that's all you got. I'll be tuning in on Stream East to check it out, and I'm definitely not going to watch that much of this game unless I have a bet on it, which I don't know if I will, knowing that it's going to be -5 degrees. So,
yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup. Who do you think is the best quarterback in the playoffs on the AFC side?
I mean, it's got to be Josh Allen, right?
I agree. Who do you think is the best quarterback on the NFC side?
It's probably a toss-up between Purdy and Stafford and Prescott, I guess.
No love for Jalen
Hurts. The
only
thing, fuck Jalen Hurts. But I hate Philadelphia. I hate Jalen too. It's not Brock Purdy's really good, but if you get on top of him, he's gonna be a very bad quarterback. The only thing that saves them is they have so many weapons in their scheme and shit like that. They don't rely on him too much, but quietly threw for 30 touchdowns this year and 11 interceptions. He's a good quarterback. He is, but just quarterback talent, I'd probably take Prescott.
Okay. In the NFL playoffs, who's your dark horse team coming out of the AFC?
Cleveland.
Who's your dark horse team coming out of the NFC?
The Rams.
My dark horse coming out of the NFC is definitely Detroit. I think Detroit has some mustard to lay down. And yeah, I feel like Miami is a dark horse out of the AFC because they're a little banged up and they've looked kind of flat as of late. But I feel like if they can gain some momentum getting through Kansas City, I think that they can have a favorable matchup going forward. Who would they play? They would play the winner of Cleveland, Houston. They'd play the Ravens.
Yeah, the lowest seed. Well, right. if Pittsburgh beats Buffalo, Pittsburgh would play the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
And then KC or Miami would play the winner of the Houston Cleveland
Baltimore
matchup.
Does not. Who's the one team Baltimore does not want to see?
To be fair, I think it's probably Cleveland.
You think so? Yeah, I agree.
I think it's Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland can beat them. Like they can beat them. That's a very winnable game for Cleveland.
So if it goes how you're projecting and how I'm projecting as well, Kansas City beats Miami and Cleveland beats Houston, then they will play Baltimore in the first round pending Pittsburgh Buffalo.
Basically, yeah. So if let's say it goes, all right, it goes lowest seed winner. So if Miami, let's say it goes, okay, so it would be the next round would be Baltimore versus Cleveland and KC and Buffalo. If it goes to, the way it's supposed to. But if Miami wins, then they'll play Baltimore and Buffalo will play the winner of Cleveland, Houston.
Okay. Who does San Fran not want to play aside from Dallas? And they're not going to play Dallas next round anyway. It'd be either between the Rams or the Eagles.
Probably the Rams, I would say. I think San Fran's got Philadelphia's number. I don't know if they would be concerned to play Philadelphia. Probably the Rams. Probably the Rams. But I could see them not. I mean, it's just Jared Goff. If Detroit had a real quarterback, they would be the team that you wouldn't want to play. Like if Josh Allen was on Detroit, like I'd be picking Detroit all fucking day to beat everybody. But they just don't have a good quarterback. Yeah, I think it'd probably be the Rams that they wouldn't want to play. They'd definitely rather play Philadelphia.
So out of the bracket, who's your favorite team to bust? Like, who's your favorite projected team to get the Super Bowl to bust? You think Baltimore?
Baltimore, yeah. Yeah, they're going to be cold.
Lamar's
going to be ice cold coming in 3 weeks, not playing. And they've done this before, and they lost to a very mediocre Titans team. And I think it's going to happen again.
Yeah, I agree. I think Baltimore, like you said, coming in cold, playing especially if they play Cleveland, I feel like they're gonna be hit so hard on the defensive side of the ball from Cleveland that it's gonna catch them by surprise. But we've spoken a little bit about these matchups. We'll get back to it in a little bit. I'm wondering to you, as a first-time sports bettor for me that's going to be going into the NFL playoffs, what are those weird bets I always hear about where you can bet on what color Gatorade's being dumped on the coach to win the Super Bowl, and like any other bets that you can bet on, whether it's just Super Bowl related or playoffs related, that are a little bit odd, a little bit not normal, as in like a over and under for players or to win or money line or spread?
All right, I'm going to give you guys my favorite bet. All right, in football, in the playoffs, my favorite bet. I don't expect you to be telling many people because I don't want my lines getting fucked up. All right. But here's the thing. There's a bet. Shortest touchdown scored. The line is always under 1.5 yards. Okay. So you have to get to the 1 yard line. Okay. And then you have to score from the 1 yard line. Okay. It's got to be a 1 yard. It's got to be a 1 yard touchdown. Why don't you guess what the record of those bets were the last playoffs we had?
Give me an out of how many?
6. Yeah, so 2 on each side. So that's 10. And then 12, 13. 13 games.
Out of 13, how many times did it hit at least once? I would say 7 and 5.
No. 12 and 1.
Wow, are you serious?
Very serious. And it's very similar the year before that and the year before that as well. I've only lost 4 times recorded on that bet in the last 4 playoffs.
Wow, no shit. So that means if you hit one every game, you'd be up at least 48.
Not only do I single, I parlay them, and the fucking odds are absurd.
No fucking shit. You guys listen.
We are going to cash in, buddy.
So reiterate one more time in a complete full sentence. So everyone gets the picture of what you're talking about. Reiterate.
Okay. There's a bet. It's a prop bet. Shortest touchdown scored. It's always 1.5 yards. We always go under. In the playoffs, not during the regular season, in the playoffs, because teams are being more conservative, they will score from the 1 yard line.
And you said that went 24-4 for you over the last 4 years of the NFL playoffs?
Not 4 years. That would be like the 2 year total.
2 year total.
20. So 2 year total would be. So went 12 and 1 last year, 10 and 2 the year before. So like 22 and 3 over the last 2 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's something that we're going to be popping a lot on Degen Fantasy. Guys, by the way, if you want to check out our parlays of the day, it's going to be over on Instagram. I've been talking about this at length for the past couple of weeks. We're offering $10 a week or $30 a month. That is one of the cheapest tailings books that you can get on. Exclusive picks and parlays of the day, hits and misses displayed, open DM for questions and thoughts, member choice of the week picks. So we're going to ask everyone who's following us, hey, who's your favorite pick of this week? And it'll be labeled member's choice. It will not be our picks. If you get it monthly, it is $10 off. So basically, we have something called a parlay of the day. They look like, do I have it up still? Yeah, they do. They look like this. We are 4 and 5 on our parlays of the day. And
4 and
basically
1, sorry.
4 and 1. I'm sorry. 4 and 1 for our parlays of the day. And basically, this is our favorite picks of the week that we take through our total, and we parlay them together and say, this is the one that you should actually play as a parlay. This was a 4-legger. 50 to win $400. 100 that hit one of our many of our streaming careers here. So if you'd like to check us out, those are exclusive to Instagram. The Instagram is at Degen Fantasy Premium. No caps, no underscores. Degen Fantasy Premium if you guys would like to check that out and tail with us, Degen Fantasy. And all our links are below as well if you'd like. As we continue, so is there any of those? So first off, we are going to be riding that all fucking playoffs, and I'm with you on it. Sounds absolutely fantastic. What about the weird bets? Any weird Super Bowl bets that come about that you hit on or tail?
Favorite fucking one is the national anthem. You can bet on how long it's going to take for them to sing the song. Okay, it always leaks. All right, there's always some fucking degenerate in the stands for rehearsal, timing the fucking performance. You always get the information, but I love betting that fucking bet.
Have you ever missed?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are people that lie all the time. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But you get good info on that. Eventually, the number gets a little convoluted. Everyone's favorite to announce is the Gatorade bath, what color it's gonna be. Fuck that shit. I'm betting from opening whistle to the end. And the first bet of every Super Bowl is heads or tails.
A little 50-50 action.
Always bet.
What's the most you've ever put on it?
450.
Damn. Did you hit that one?
No, it hurt.
That must have sucked its entire Super Bowl day. The rest of the day.
Everything else hit. But that's how you know if it's going to be a good day or a bad day. If you hit that opening bet, you're coming in with juice. If you lose it, you're going to have to fucking drink a beer and get back up on the horse, baby.
Dude, you're dipping into the buffalo chicken dip on that one. That is a
hands,
tough...
not even with a chip. I'm just taking my hand and fucking like that, baby. Like a fucking apple.
Oh, man. As we were talking about the playoff matchups that we were displaying, we were looking into droughts in the playoffs with the best chances to break this year. And we were looking into teams that have not won a Super Bowl out of the entire bracket that we have. Let me pull up the display one more time. So we have all these teams listed on the board. And do you know, we went over it a little bit on stream. I don't know if you remember, which 3 teams on the board have not won a Super Bowl ever?
Yeah, Buffalo, of course, because my heart hurts. Detroit. Probably say Cleveland.
Not Cleveland.
Cleveland has won a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay. All right, give me the third. What is it? Who is it?
The third team to have never won a Super Bowl is the Houston Texans.
Oh, I'm so dumb. God damn.
So Houston, Buffalo, and Detroit have a chance to win their first ever Super Bowl. I feel so bad for Buffalo. And obviously, the team with the best odds of probably getting that this year from top to bottom will probably be Buffalo, Detroit, then Houston. If Houston wins this year, it is fucking CJ Stroud fucking season. It is the CJ Stroud era. And the Detroit Lions and the Texans have never made it to the conference finals, AFL or NFL, since the merger in 1970. So that'll be big for all of them if either of those two teams make it to the conference final. Detroit probably has their best chance in a long time to make it to the conference finals, and that is probably because they do not have to face San Francisco if Dallas wins and Philly wins, depending on whatever the case may be. They're going to have some unfavorable matchups if they don't. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. If I'm sure that doesn't really affect odds for picks, but if Detroit made it to the Super Bowl, that would be absolutely wild. If Houston made it to the Super Bowl, it'd be absolutely wild. And just catering into that draft class for this year is absolutely incredible and something that a lot of people are going to be talking about for years to come. You're like, you look at that 2022, that 2023, that 2019, that 2018. Where do you think the last best draft class was before this draft class?
Fuck, that's a loaded.
What year did Saquon come in? It was 2012, 2013?
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
That was the same year Derrick Henry came in. That was the same year that a lot of good receivers came in. I can't name exactly. What playoff picks have the best payouts for these odd Super Bowl bets?
Oh, fucking matchup. So it would be like the ones that I like to hit that have high payouts. It would be like you pick the matchup. like who's going to play who in the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
Like I love picking matchups. Again, usually the easiest option is not going to hit. Like Baltimore playing San Francisco is just not going to happen. Okay, just know it in your heart. It's not fucking happening. I don't care what anyone says about the conspiracy of the fucking logo or whatever the fuck. It ain't gonna fucking happen. All right, it's too easy. So I like to bet the matchups, but those are the best odds you're gonna get.
Where
really.
can you bet the matchups?
Everywhere.
On Bovada?
Yeah, Bovada.
So if I took my little picks and I made, hey, this is who I think is going to make it to the playoffs, is that just the money line? I'm picking them and they basically get there, or if it's like a backup pick?
No, you have to just pick the matchup. So if you pick, let's say you pick Baltimore and the 49ers, I think it's like plus 375 to play in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay? Just for the Super Bowl. Okay.
And then they have to both get there and they have to both play in the Super Bowl. That's it. And
so as soon as you ride them every week.
Yeah, basically. You're just you're basically just like multiplying their fucking money line over each game.
Okay. So
there's really no value in that pick at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I think I'm gonna try to tail my two picks for the Super Bowl every week. So I'm kind of out of topics over here. So I know Dan has some topics, but before I lay them up, he said, "Hey, Rock, did you check out that TikTok I sent you?" And I did not because I was super busy. So this will be a first time reaction to a TikTok that he sent me talking about the NFL playoffs. And I have no idea what it is. So we're going to find the fuck out. Let me drop this display so we can see everything nice and Brock Purdy, real pretty. And we're going to get into it.
Last year, I correctly predicted the NBA champion. Now it's time to move on to the NFL. My first requirement for this year's Super Bowl champion is at least a plus 50-point differential in the regular season. Over the course of history, 55 out of the 57 Super Bowl champions have all met this requirement, so it's very likely this year's champion will too. This eliminates half of the playoff teams and all of those eliminated teams you see on your screen right now. The next requirement is being top 20 in the league in points allowed. Since the merger in 1970, which is when the NFL expanded to 26 teams, there have only been two Super Bowl champions to not be top 20 in points allowed. This eliminates the Dolphins and the Lions, which means only 5 teams remain. My third requirement is to not be bottom 10 in the league in turnover percentage. 33 out of the last 35 Super Bowl champions have not been bottom 10 in turnover percentage, and that's going back all the way to when the stat was first created. This eliminates the Chiefs and the Bills, which leaves us with the final 3 teams. I know it's kind of boring that the 3 Super Bowl favorites have made it to the final 3, but they are favorites for a reason. My final requirement for the Super Bowl champion is to be top 20 in total passing yards. Every single one of the last 15 Super Bowl champions has met this requirement, and passing has only gotten more important. Unfortunately, this eliminates the Baltimore Ravens, which leaves me with the 49ers and the Cowboys. I'm not gonna lie to you, I could not find a requirement of history that one of these teams didn't meet. With that being said, the 49ers already destroyed the Cowboys by 32 points in Week 5, and they have Christian McCaffrey. So yeah, if you go strictly by the formula, the 49ers and the Cowboys both have a shot at winning the Super Bowl. But sometimes you gotta go with your gut, and that's why I predict that the San Francisco 49ers will be your Super Bowl champion.
McCaffrey is getting that ring. That is crazy.
So what did you think about that, though? Seriously, what do you think? Like, do you think?
I can't believe the odds are that stacked based on all those percentages. Where basically he was saying the 2 Super Bowl finalists have met all these requirements, and as you go down, it basically eliminates all of them. And it's it's obviously not as entertaining as a sports bettor to say, hey, the favorites that are probably going to be favored to win the Super Bowl or to make it to the Super Bowl anyway are really kind of tailored. And so like those odds, if you bet on those, aren't going to be as hot. So like if you bet Dallas to beat Green Bay, it's not going to be a nice payout. It's not going to be a nice percentage, a nice number. But that's fascinating in a sense of it's something that obviously when you look into sports betting or just looking at sports teams in general, that like you obviously want to play the teams that have had the best statistical outcomes this season. The second one was they can't be, what was it, top 20 in
no, it's can't be top or bottom 10 in turnover differential.
Yeah, so that's one where we're talking about just managing the ball, and obviously if they're bottom 10, that's a tough thing to get away from because you basically went through a whole 18, 16 game season talking about teams that if they turn the ball over, it's just not a safe way to play. It's same with every other sport. If you can't protect the rock. If you can't protect the ball, if you can't protect the puck, it's an easy streamlined way to lose a game. Fucking San Fran, it's so weird. You know what San Fran feels like? San
What?
Fran feels like the Golden State Warriors when they were on that heater between 2015 and 2020.
Yeah.
Like they have all the pieces. They have 2 stud wide receivers. They had a good young. Is this Purdy? How many years is this for Purdy? 2 years?
2
years.
or 3.
They have a good young quarterback. They have a phenomenal running back. They're just getting layups off of trades. They got fucking Chase Young from the fucking Redskins or the Commanders. And they got George Kittle, and their defense is solid. Absolutely stacked team. It's crazy because, like, I don't know. I hear that that's going to be your Super Bowl winning team, and I'm like, everyone kind of already knows. So I would rather see an upset than just a favorite run away with it and win. And obviously, I want to see a good Super Bowl. Who was the Super Bowl last year?
Super Bowl was Eagles and KC last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's do something real quick. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna give you the top 5. Okay, on Super Bowl matchups. I'm gonna give you the top 5 with their fucking plus numbers beside them. Okay, Baltimore Ravens versus the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's plus 310. Okay. The second favorite matchup on here is the Bills versus the 49ers. That's plus 550. Okay. Third, Ravens versus Cowboys, plus 850. Okay. Then after that, we get into the weeds a little bit. The Chiefs against the Niners, that's plus 1,000. The next one, plus 1,400, Buffalo against Dallas. Okay. Out of those 5, which do you think is more likely to happen? I gave you the top 5.
It's going to be the Ravens and the Niners.
You really think it's going to be the Ravens and the Niners?
Most likely.
Yeah.
I think if the Ravens get past the Browns, granted they win, I don't think the Bills are making it to the Super Bowl this year.
I don't think they are either. I've watched every game. I'm not sold on them at all. My favorite matchup on the board, the Cleveland Browns versus the 49ers. What number do you think they're giving you for that?
Oh, fuck. Give me a range.
No.
Okay. Plus, what the last one you read to me, what was the plus on it? You said plus 1,800?
Plus 1,400.
I'm saying plus 2,500.
Perfect. On the nose.
Really?
Plus 2,500. Now, listen, I just saw this. I did not know this was on the board. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and put a 20 spot on that real quick. Because 20 wins you $500. And we got a little skin in the game. Now, listen, I agree that it's probably going to be the most likely teams. Occam's razor, you go with the most logical choice. But it is the playoffs. And I do not trust Lamar Jackson. And that's in the manifesto. We don't fucking trust Lamar Jackson in the fucking playoffs. That's it. Simple as that.
But you don't even have faith that the Bills can play the Browns and beat the Browns?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Dan, if the Browns make it to the Super Bowl, I will personally hop on a flight, come to where your home is, and clean your tub on my hands and knees with my toothbrush.
I'll film it. I'll film the whole thing. We'll react to it live. I'll react to this fucking shit live. Don't fucking think I won't. All right, that's good. I'll take that bet right now. That's fine. I lose nothing. That's fantastic.
It's like, you know what? Dude, that is absolutely insane.
Plus 2,500. I think why not? Throw a little skin in the game. You put $20 on, you win 500.
This is Degen Fantasy.
We're degenerates, baby. We're in the game. We're in the fucking game right now. Okay?
All right, question. Are you a biased Ravens hater?
Probably. No, I'm not perfect, guys.
Ravens hater.
I'm not fucking perfect, guys. All right. I'm fucking, double down Dan over here. All right. I'm fucking betting women's college basketball on a Tuesday night. Okay. I'm not like a fucking saint. All right. But yeah, no, I just think, hey, listen,
hold on. I'm coming back to this. Keep going.
I have watched Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. I've played like the team that I cheer for has played and beat them in the playoffs. Okay. I wasn't concerned for a single second playing them. I just wasn't. I don't think their defense is better. Yes, I'll give them that. But I just don't trust like a limp dick arm quarterback. Like he's just got a limp dick arm. It's like a fucking noodle, man. He doesn't have the arm strength for cold weather football.
I'm taking Bills Niners in the Super Bowl.
I think that's really dumb, but okay.
I'm taking Bills Niners in the Super Bowl. If you're taking Cleveland, what's the Bills Niners Super Bowl odds? What's the payout?
It's plus 550.
Yeah, I'm taking it. If you're gonna ride a plus 2,500, I'm taking the Bills.
Listen, when mine cashes and yours doesn't, you're gonna be real pissed off.
That's totally fine.
Fucking $10 on there.
That's totally fine. I'm thinking, regardless of if Cleveland beats Houston or not, if Cleveland beats Houston and they play Baltimore, and say if they don't even win, it is going to be a fucking slugfest because you're taking Cleveland. They like the matchup. They beat Baltimore already this season. And if Buffalo beats Pittsburgh, I think Buffalo, and if KC wins, I think it's Buffalo's year. Buffalo's been stomped on so hard by Kansas City over the last couple of years. It's just time. Kansas City looks like shit. They play a tough game against the Dolphins. Maybe there's an injury or so. Whatever the case may be. So even if Buffalo faces, after they beat KC, Cleveland or Baltimore, I think Buffalo has a strong chance, and they'll be so juiced that they got past KC. There's a strong chance. And you just said yourself, Lamar Jackson, the playoffs, blah, 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 all that. I think that, and now listen, you're a fucking Bills fan. I'm a fucking Giants fan. My team fucking sucks. All right, so I'm riding red and blue, and I'm taking Buffalo to go to the fucking Super Bowl and play San Fran.
Stupid.
Will they win? You just took Joe Flacco at 75 years old to go to the Super Bowl. I'm stupid.
I've watched the Bills all. Okay, that's fine. No, you're right. It's definitely a good point. I'll give you that. Okay, that's fine. All right. Hey, listen. I'll do the same for you. I'll clean your tub on my hands and knees with my toothbrush if the Bills fucking get to the Super Bowl.
All right, let's do it. You're gonna be watching the Super Bowl from my bathroom this season, okay? Because
dude, I'll fucking do anything if the Bills make the fucking Super Bowl.
Look at
all right.
AFC looks like shit. Dolphins have not.
It doesn't look great, man.
No, Dolphins have not done fucking shit in the last few weeks. They got a good team. They're not there yet. KC looks like fucking Taylor Swift took a giant Duke all over the fucking team. Pittsburgh's not going to do anything. Cleveland's great. They got Joe Flacco. All they need for him is they need him to drop his fucking cane, and then he's done for the fucking year. Houston's too young, and Baltimore fucking cannot play in the playoffs, and they're out 3 weeks without a game.
Listen, I respect it. I hope it happens. I don't have the same faith. I'm a Buffalonian. I've been shit on my entire life by all of our sports teams. I don't expect anything good to happen in that fucking realm of my life, and that's okay. I'm a good bettor. I'll take that.
Jake says, if you think about how bad the Panthers are at making decisions, it makes perfect sense that they would trade an all-time great running back and turn a team into an almost immediate Super Bowl winner. I don't get football trades either. Now I'm fucking on a heater. I'm juiced up. The blood's flowing. All right. They gave.
Hey, welcome to the fucking podcast.
This
Jesus
is the
Christ.
They gave because we're talking. Let's talk about these picks. Fuck all these damn picks. All right.
Okay.
Because fucking the Panthers wanted to lay up the fucking Niners with a great running back, sure. And then the Commanders are like, you know what, sir? I'll follow with the fucking. Here's a great fucking young defender that can boost your defensive line. Listen to me. Listen, Dan, look at me. Look at me. You're not looking at me. All right, listen. Are you a Buffalo Bills fan?
Yes.
You shouldn't be. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen. I really shouldn't be. You're right.
Bills are beating the Steelers. Miami's going to give KC some work. Bills are going to beat KC. I don't give a fuck what happens with Houston, Cleveland, or Baltimore because Buffalo will beat any of them, and they'll get to the Super Bowl, and they will lose.
Well, that's fucked up, you motherfucker. Jesus Christ. I'd rather not.
Want to make money?
I'd rather not get. I'd rather not get there and not have to worry about it. Like, just take us out of our misery, Pittsburgh. We'll be good to go.
I've watched my favorite basketball team make it to the finals 3 out of the last 5 years. Was it 3 or maybe 2? And they fucking lost
2.
It was 2 against the Lakers and against the fucking Nuggets. And it is such a fucking painful feeling to go into every series and be like, Miami can't do it. And then we do it. And then they're like, oh, next Next matchup, Miami can't. They just can't do it. And then the next matchup, man, Miami's on a heater, but they can't do it. And then we get to the finals, and we really can't do it. And everyone's like, Miami might be able to do it. And you're like, oh my god, could we do it? And then you just fucking shit on. Just fucking shit on. So I'm looking at this playoff bracket, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Dan, I'm gonna name a team, and the fuck picking anything. The segment's called Can They Do It? Baltimore. Can they do it?
No.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Houston. Can they do it?
No.
Miami. Can they do it?
No.
Kansas City. Can they do it?
No.
Pittsburgh. Can they do it?
No.
San Francisco. Can they do it?
No. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were going Buffalo. You flipped me.
No,
you fucking.
I know. We're saving the best for last. Philly. Can they do it?
No.
Tampa.
No.
Can they do it?
No.
Rams. Detroit.
No.
No. Green Bay.
No.
Dallas.
Yes.
What if it's do you really think in your heart of hearts, if they have a good game, Dallas can beat San Fran?
Nah. I guess. I don't know. They lost by 32 points.
Can I ask you a curious question?
Curiosity, yes.
What do you have it on paper, or do you have it on your computer for Buffalo versus Dallas in the finals?
Buffalo versus Dallas is plus 1,400.
That's fucking
You're nuts, though. You're fucking.
I just asked a fucking question.
You're nuts. It's not going to happen. Listen, I love Buffalo.
Time out. Say a fucking one player on the fucking San Francisco 49ers gets hurt. Say if Christian McCaffrey got hurt. He's already coming in banged up with that calf shit. He gets hurt the first game. Do you think that their odds significantly decrease?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's Christian.
Without a running game. Yeah, without a running game.
Christian McCaffrey. He's Christian
Without
McCaffrey.
A running game, he's in trouble. Without a running game, he's fucking in trouble. Yes.
He's Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
He gets hurt every year. Would you throw $1 or $2 or $3 on Dallas Buffalo?
No. I don't think it's going to happen because
okay.
Listen, I got to think it's going to happen.
Cleveland.
Yes, because I think defense wins championships, and fucking Cleveland has the best defense in this playoffs.
If Cleveland makes it to the Super Bowl, I'll personally come down and give you that Gluck 3,000, okay?
I don't want any part of that. I want no part of that. You can buy me a nice young lady that can do that.
There's no chance in hell.
Hey, we already made a listen. We already made a bet on this. It doesn't matter. We already made a fucking bet. You clean my tub and I live stream it so everybody can fucking see. And you gotta wear a fucking.
What's my side get? I took Buffalo and San Fran. What's my side get?
Get the respect of an older gentleman, sir.
What
all right,
that should be
fucking good enough for you, man.
All right, I'm making my. No. I'm making my fucking side of this bet. So if Cleveland and San Fran is the Super Bowl, I will personally fly 3,000 fucking miles, or however the fuck long it is, to your home from my home.
Do you think that's how far fucking North Carolina is from Connecticut?
1,000 miles. Whatever the fuck. I'm gonna scrub your tub with my toothbrush. Sound good?
Yeah, and I'm streaming it, baby. Okay. I am fucking streaming it, baby.
If Buffalo makes it to the Super Bowl against San Fran,
yes,
right?
Yes.
What you are going to do for me is you are going to come to my house and clean it, the entire thing.
What? Not the fuck. No, you get a tub and I got to clean. You're disgusting. There's no fucking way. Pick one area, motherfucker, and that's it.
All right, I'll change it. If Buffalo makes it to the Super Bowl, you have to buy a Patrick Mahomes jersey and wear it.
Done.
Cool.
Deal.
Shake on it.
So locked out. Yeah.
Put your hand out. All right.
That's a fucking shake, baby. We're shaking.
Okay, that is a shake.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm good with that. That's fine. That's fucking fine.
So yeah, is it going to be like a stitched one or like the iron-on one? Like, what kind are you thinking?
No, I'm getting a fucking full authentic guy.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's got to be real. It's got to be fucking real. I'm not getting a fake one. Fuck that.
All right. And how dirty is your tub?
Dude, I clean my house, dog. All right.
So what am I coming down for?
To just so I can live stream you cleaning the tub with a fucking toothbrush. I'll take a shit in it for you. How about that?
All right, I like
I'll take
that.
a shit in the tub for you. All right.
All right, I like that. You know my new strategy is going forward with this podcast.
Just make ridiculous bets.
I'm done coming on here and listen. From today on, let me make this full screen. From today on, I am done coming on here and just. So, Dan, what do you think about this week's picks? I'm coming on here. All right, listen, this is what it is. We talked about reverse Kermit. All right. Rookie bets and Rocky prop is how we're going to start the show. Like, hey, guys, starting the show. All right. And then as we start going, reverse Kermit's coming out. Reverse Kermit gets loud. All right. Reverse Kermit's giving away a Brian Robinson Jr. rookie card when we get to 100 subscribers, because ain't nobody really want this card right now. When we get to 100 subs, I'm giving it. Listen, do you know what this is numbered out of, Dan? It's 51.
51. I was going to say 70
out of 199. That's called short print. It's a fully. This is rookie bets. This is a fully autographed, very nice card for someone who got shot. Okay. And if you want that motherfucker, you hit that subscribe button and the like button and drop a comment. Dan, do you have any topics you want to lay me up while I'm still in reverse Kermit mode, baby? Give me something. Give me something. It's going to be Buffalo and San Fran in the finals. What are you laughing about?
This is great. I am so glad
to be entertaining as fuck.
I am so glad reverse Kermit came out to play today. That is great.
He's out to play, bud.
All right, so we talked about that fucking TikTok. We talked about the favorite bet. I love that fucking bet. Make sure we're all on that fucking under 1.5.
Yeah, I'm right.
Did you actually watch the national championship game?
Let me tell you.
Did you take some time out of your schedule?
Did I watch the national championship game? If you had to put a bet on it, Dan, over under how many minutes were watched of that national championship game, what do you think that line's at? Like how many minutes? 6.5 minutes. Are you calling over or under?
Under. I'm going under.
You're going under.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you a little something. I actually watched about 0 minutes of that fucking game. Because I don't give a single fuck about college football unless I'm in the seats watching the game. But what I will say to you is, Dan, what do you think the over-under on is? It how many minutes has Rocky watched of the highlights? What's the line at?
5.
All right, you taking over or under?
You seem really confident. I'm going to go under.
You know what, Dan? I actually watched about 0 minutes of the highlights.
Yeah, I knew it.
You know what I watched? I watched my finger scroll down my Instagram feed and see that Michigan won.
Listen, it's disgusting. The way
I'm a whore.
Reverse Kermit is supposed to be locked into these fucking games. All right. By next year, you're going to be watching it, throwing shit at your TV. That's my guarantee. That's the double down guarantee.
This is what the double down guarantee is going to be. If by this time next year, I cannot name you 10 college football players, and I don't have a team that I'm following and I don't know their head coach, then you have failed like fucking Obi-Wan. Okay. Yeah. So
part of the problem is that you're in Connecticut. Nobody likes to play good sports up there. So, I don't know what to tell you.
Is Yale good?
No. Not at all.
No, it's not. I mean,
Yale sucks dick at a lot of things.
Who's the best school in my vicinity?
Oh, Connecticut. UConn.
I was about to say, Connecticut's the best school. Okay. UConn is the best school.
UConn. Okay. Yeah, basketball, but you've got no football there, unfortunately. Basketball.
Did I say anything about an orange ball that you bounce and put through a fucking circle? We're talking football. Who's got the
best team? You got no teams then.
Football.
You got no teams then. UConn's got a horrible football.
We have nothing. The only thing we are is a highway between Massachusetts and New York, and then here I am with a fucking podcast studio that a bunch of fucking bitches come in and they just don't know how to speak sentences.
Connecticut is just one podcast studio. That's it.
Schools take field trips to come see me. The bus drives by, they park on my fucking street where there's only on-street parking, and they walk inside and they go, this is what happens if you don't really get your education.
This is Degen Fantasy. These guys are terrible. Let's go. This is how they live, okay?
This is a red pill podcast. This is a movie set that's only going to be here for about a week and then it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Dan, this fucking dude down south. I didn't realize living down there how good UNC was for basketball. I know Jordan went there, or how good. Does Appalachian State actually have like a decent program?
Yeah, football team. Yeah,
football team.
They're pretty decent. Yeah.
Where's Air Force?
Air Force is in Colorado Springs. Colorado.
Okay, I had no fucking clue. The only college football I've watched other than South Carolina, because I've been to a couple of their games, is Colorado, not Springs, but not Air Force, but the Colorado team with fucking Dion.
Yeah, hopefully they're good this year, so more people watch. But yeah, we'll get you into it. We're gonna get you into it. We'll get you a team. Hopefully we can lock you in, get a good team to bet. We'll make you place a couple bets and watch a couple games on.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get you into it. We got to get you a fucking team. We have to get you. We can't keep doing this bullshit. All right.
Okay.
Hey, let's get you into fucking NASCAR like a man, football like a man.
It's been a while since I've ever actually listened to two adult men conversate about sports, and for me to be like, and they're like, "What are they?" It's like fucking Chinese, and I didn't realize how many schools there were. It's a lot to follow with every other sport. Like, I feel like my brain only has so much room for knowledge about sports, but I know a lot about it already. Do you have another topic you can lay up with your boy?
Okay, so we talked a lot about playoffs. We talked a lot about who we like to win the Super Bowl and everything like that. I did want to touch real quick, if we could. What do you like? Who do you think, if Belichick goes? Okay.
Oof.
Who do you like? Who do they go to? Who do you think? Who would you hire up there?
Fuck. That's a tough question. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. I have not a single fucking clue, because who do you have to follow up that type of coaching? Who do you have to pick up a team where they have no identity? They have no like young studs. Like, what's the quarterback's name again?
Bailey Zappi.
No, outside of Bailey Zappi.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones is like a fucking.
He's probably done though, right?
Yeah, he's got to be fucking done, dude. He's like a glorified fucking Zach Wilson.
Do you think that they need to move on from Belichick?
No, I think they need to make some. If Belichick's down to stay, you give Belichick the bag, not only because he's taken you through the greatest years of your fucking franchise, but two, because he's still a good fucking coach. And
is he though?
He is. The way, especially his defensive schemes, the way he works with his defensive coordinator, like, his teams still have trouble moving the ball against them based on like, all right, the Dolphins have Tyreek Hill. Here's how we're going to play Tyreek Hill. Here's how we're going to expose their weak kinks in their link. That they can be able to like take advantage of these teams and actually have a chance. And there's been some games this year where they actually had a chance, not because of the players that they have, but because the coaching's so strong. And he's also a one-of-a-kind coach. He's also a Hall of Fame coach. So, I mean, where else are you going to find that on the market right now? Like, maybe you could find like a Mike McDaniel style fucking nerdy player to come in, or nerdy coach to come in and be like, well, I think I know a lot about the team. Fucking sucks, dude. The team's absolutely fucking terrible. So what I'm thinking is what? What? The team's terrible.
I'm just reading this fucking insane comment we got.
Oh, the hottest derbies in the world of football. Olympia. I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's probably this is football. This is actually football.
We keep that out of here, boy.
Hey, also River Plate sucks dick, by the way. Go ahead.
There you go, Dan. That was a sports shit. Anyway, what I think they need to do is make some trades and obviously go to the draft and make some good selections. But the fucked up thing to me is, like, if you're an NFL team and you're trying to rebuild, teams only make trades for picks in the NFL, which I don't know why. I have not seen a 1-for-1, 2-for-2, 1-for-2, 1-for-3 type trade in the NFL since I've watched in my memory. Can you remember one trade that's been multiple players moving? That's not for picks, just picks exclusively.
No, picks are currency. That's the way they are.
So I think they should move on from Ramondre Stevenson. I think he has some value where you can go and make a trade to a team that could use him. Where do you think Ramondre Stevenson would fit well?
I mean, the only thing about that, you're not going to get a lot for him. They don't have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent.
You can get 2 picks.
Side of the ball.
You can get 2 picks for Ramondre
but
Stevenson.
They'll be low picks, and it's like, who the fuck wants a running back now?
Hear me out. Patriots trade Ramondre Stevenson to the Panthers for a pick or 2. They're a shitty team, decent level pick. They can use it because Chuba Hubbard's not that fucking good. He is not better than Ramondre Stevenson. And Miles Sanders, who they got from the Eagles, should basically just, be in a walking chair because this dude needs to just go the fuck home. He's absolutely terrible. I never liked him when he was on Philly. I don't like him in that terrible fucking offense. No one's even buying no one is even buying tickets in Charlotte to watch a Panthers game. You get a decent running back.
Horrible.
He's got speed. He's great on the checkdowns. I think that's an improvement for both sides. And the Patriots just got to go into rebuild mode.
Yeah, they have to go into rebuild mode. I don't think that I would assume they're not going to keep Belichick. I think this is the year of the old coach retiring.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it seems like that. All the coaches that we grew up watching are fucking, they're gone now, buddy. They're all fucking going. I think he's going to go next. He'll probably go to a different team. The question does come up. He's 38-40 without Tom Brady. I think you gotta maybe think about that. He's a good coach, but how much of that was having the greatest quarterback on the planet, on your team for most of those years?
I think like I think it's kind of fucked up in a way that, like, yeah, Tom Brady's on your team, but like in the same fashion of, like, you look at other sports, like you look at Steve fucking Kerr on the Warriors now, like he played with Michael Jordan. He's coaching great players. Who was the coach of Michael Jordan? Fucking, what's his name from the fucking? Oh, Phil Jackson. Yeah. Phil Jackson was a great fucking coach. And at the end of the day, if you know football, like Bill Belichick knows football, you're a phenomenal head coach. He's a Hall of Fame head coach. And I feel like at the same time, there is something to say. You have the greatest quarterback in the fucking world. What if you have the greatest player of any sport on your team? Obviously, that's going to help you. Obviously, it's going to make you a better coach. But it's in the same fashion of, let's use Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal as an example. Kobe Bryant and Shaq both wanted to split at a certain point based on whatever fucking beef they had, but also because Kobe really hated the backlash of people being like, yeah, but he can't win without Shaq. Yeah, but he can't win without Shaq.
Right.
Kobe still had a decent team around him. I feel bad for Bill because, honestly, I don't know anything about the Patriots pre-Brady. I was born into the Brady era. Brady was drafted, what year, 97?
No, fucking 2000 or some shit like that.
Yeah, so close to 2000. I was born in 98, so I've only ever known Patriots with Tom Brady until he left. I think that's kind of a fucked up thing to say that, like, he's only good because of Tom Brady. And I also think that if he had a decent team this year, he would make them above average. I think if he had a decent team, they'd be better than Cleveland, and they'd be better than a lot of the teams in the league. Like, trying to think of, like, if he had a really solid, decent quarterback, because also at the same time, the quarterback's the one facilitating the team. In hockey, when you have a defenseman on the power play, you tell him to quarterback the play because they're facilitating the entire power play. If you don't have a quarterback that can win you games or play well enough to win you games, it's a tough position as a coach. So obviously, if you're a head coach in the NFL, I think you need a strong quarterback, and I just think he's got a shitty hand right now.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good point. Maybe they don't move on from him. I think the obvious solution there is probably Mike Vrabel, because he was in that system and shit like that. But you know what? Maybe they don't move on, and maybe you're right. I don't think he's a bad coach. I mean, believe me, unfortunately watched countless games where Buffalo got the shit kicked out of us by whoever was playing quarterback for that fucking team.
I think the better question is not, should the Patriots part ways with him? Should Belichick part ways with the Patriots and go to another team and try to win?
Where's he gonna go?
I don't know. Pete Carroll just left.
That's a good point. Touche. That's good. I don't think he wants to stop before getting that title. Like he wants to be the record holder in the NFL for all the wins. He could possibly do it if he goes to a team that's good, but realistically, you don't want to go to Las Vegas because they don't have a quarterback. It's the same fucking issue. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go to the Chargers because they just have bad fucking juju on them. They can't fucking win anything to save their lives. So where do you go after that? That's a fucking contender that needs a coach. Maybe Seattle. I don't know. But realistically, I think it's probably time for him to hang up the clipboard there.
How do you know how far he is from that record? Is it achievable?
Oh, he's dude. No, not a season. No,
2 seasons.
I don't think so. I don't know. Hold on.
I think Seattle, based on Pete Carroll just leaving, I think that's not a bad play. They got 2 great running backs. They have a good quarterback. They have wide receivers, and I think also if Belichick went to Seattle, I think some free agents would follow.
Okay, good point. All right, so he's almost in the season, but basically, including playoffs, he is 14 off from the all-time wins record, and he is 26 off in the regular season. So he's close. It's not like he's not close. He's definitely fucking close to the record.
So
but he would need like probably at least 3-4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 seasons, because he's not going to hop to a team that's going to have 10 wins every year.
Can you fucking imagine? Like, this guy fucking had team after team after team, won 6 Super Bowls. He's still 14 games short of the all-time win. Like, how many games did this motherfucker win? Seriously.
He's 14 games short of what again?
Of the all-time wins record.
And then he's 48 short from where?
He's 26 short of the regular season all-time wins list. Like,
okay, so I would say first off, fuck the regular season one. And then I think that's a perfect fucking matchup for him in Seattle. 2 good running backs, a decent quarterback, got some good receivers there. You got Lockett, you got DK Metcalf. It's another fucking cold, dreary, dark, gray looking fucking city, just like fucking New England. Where all
it's like fucking opposite of Boston. Like it's a straight line almost, probably.
Literally, and it's also like I feel like the Seahawks have an identity.
They do. I'm curious to see what happens. I don't know, but I like it. I like where your head's at on that answer. I think Belichick still probably has a little juice left in there, and I think the guys still want to play for him. New England didn't give up down the stretch. That Jets game was a shit show, but it was snowing and they have horrible quarterbacks, so that makes
Seattle's
sense.
Defense is far superior to New England's, and I feel like they can just based on him getting in the rooms with the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, and them really like tailoring a game plan, they could definitely make some shit happen. And like I said, while you were looking that up, I think if he went to Seattle, regardless if people are scared to play for him or not, he would pull in a free agent, a couple free agents that would want to go play with him.
I agree.
Yeah, they do in this year's draft. They just drafted Zach Charbonnet, who's a great little young fucking prospect. I think they're in a good position, and that, honestly, if I'm Bill Belichick, that's where I'm going, especially because they just fired Pete Carroll. They're going to be giving out a fucking bag.
All right, good point. Hey, I like it. I like where Reverse Kermit's at today. I like the energy.
Come on now.
Let's end on a high note here.
Okay.
Let's do this. You got anything for us tonight for a prop? Anything we can play? Come on, give us something,
double
baby.
down. Let me see what time the games are on. NHL games tonight.
We're at 8:00 already, so we're probably past
the only one that is not in game right now. I have a parlay tonight with Jonathan Marchessault and Tyler Seguin, and I also placed those singly, and I put $10 on each of them.
Bang bang.
We got Jonathan Marchessault and Tyler Seguin to both hit their overs. Marchessault is a right-handed shooter. We've been talking about shooters that are righty all fucking year, and he shoots the puck. Yesterday, or last game we bet on him, was one of the only games this season that he had not one shot on goal, and part of that was because it was a blowout game. Yeah. Tonight, they're playing the reigning Stanley Cup champions. One of the best teams in the NHL is the Colorado Avalanche, and it is going to be a game. And it's one of those scenarios where you talk about matchups where you want and need your best players to shoot the puck. Jack Eichel, Jonathan Marchessault, Mark Stone, and William Karlsson are their best players. 2 out of those players are righty. 2 out of those players are lefty. Jack Eichel and Jonathan Marchessault, I think, have a great spot tonight, especially if it's a close game or if they're down 1, especially. If they're down a goal or 2 goals, we talked about the 2-goal lead being the worst lead in hockey, they have a great chance, a really high odd of getting over on their totals, especially because the Avs aren't as disciplined this season, oddly enough, even though they're coming off Stanley Cup championship when you need to be disciplined in this area to win in not taking penalties. They take a decent amount of penalties, not the most in the league, not the least in the league, but they take a decent amount of penalties. Jonathan Marchessault and Jack Eichel are both in the number 1 power play unit. I think if you would like to hop on and check them both off for their over on their shots, you can, or you can just ride with Jonathan Marchessault like we are. And then on the opposite side of the puck for this last game, we're going to talk about Nathan MacKinnon. He is, I think, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. He's in the top 5 for the top puck shooting players in the NHL. He shoots the puck more than majority of the entire league, and it's also going to be a tough matchup against Vegas, and he's an absolute fucking stud. Dan, do you know where Nathan MacKinnon's from?
I'm guessing Buffalo.
That boy is from Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, Canada. Do you know who else is from Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, Canada, Dan?
The inventor of Buffalo?
The one and only Sidney motherfucking Crosby. And yeah, they're both fucking studs. And Nathan MacKinnon.
Okay,
whoa.
Let's wait a second here. Okay, do you like MacKinnon? He's at 4.5.
It's because he does shoot the puck a lot. Let me look up McKinnon's stats for the last 5 games. Should I pop it up on screen?
Yeah, pop it up. Let's get into this a little bit, baby. Let's give a fuck.
This might be our first stream where we haven't looked up anything. Nathan MacKinnon last 5 games stats. I know you can't see it. Give me a second to pop it up, and then I will pop it up.
So hey, Eichel's at 3.5 too.
Yep, bang it. Yep, I figured he'd get 3.5. Yep. So we got. Let's see his last 5 games. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Let's see. Can you see what I see, Dan?
Yeah, go down a little bit though and fucking zoom in. Give me a zoom.
I'll give you a little zoom.
Give us a little fucking zoom. We got old eyes, baby. Get us in there.
All right.
There it is. There.
So last 5 games.
We're fucking cooking. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Chill out. All right. Last 5 games. Shots is what you're looking for. 4, 3, 7, 7, 3. And the 7 ones were 5 high scoring games that both went to OT. What's his line at? 4.5?
4.5, yeah.
This one went to OT as well. I like that one a little bit less.
What do you think about the under?
The 4.5, the under against Vegas. 8-4 against Florida. 3-1 against the Sharks. Yeah, run it. Under. Nathan MacKinnon under.
All right. I'm putting that on. Fuck it.
I'm gonna lock that in too. Nathan MacKinnon under.
You watching Magic right now, guys. Magic.
Yep. This will be clipped.
That's a plus 625 parlay, baby.
For Marchessault, Eichel, and MacKinnon.
Yep.
All right, let me hop on the little Bovada ski. Usually, you got to end the show placing a bet. Got to end the show placing a bet. Let me see.
Yeah, what are we, fucking cocksuckers? I'm putting 20 to win 125 on that guy. That's going down.
Let's take a look. Did you play singles as well?
You know, I taught you how to play singles. Don't come at me like that.
Curious. Okay. Let's see. Shots on goal. We got Marchessault over. He's plus 120. I like it. Eichel over. He's negative minus 107. And then MacKinnon under. What were your odds? 625?
Yeah.
I got. You know what? What'd you put down?
I just put down I put individually 50 down on each and then 20 to win 125.
So Your bankroll is definitely a little bit nicer than my bankroll, but you put 15 on each or 50 for all of them?
50 on all of them.
You got
Singles.
a nice little bankroll going on, Bovada, huh? Don't you?
I told you that we were hot in that national championship, buddy. We were hot.
You know what? I'm absolutely cooking it. Place multi and then play singles. And if we hit tonight, baby boy.
We're hitting the town. Hitting the town, baby.
We're hitting the town. We're hitting the space heater store.
Oh, we're getting 6 space heaters.
This home is going to have heat. Play single, play. Oh, bet is rejected from McKinnon. Hold on.
What happened?
He said my bet was rejected.
Why?
I don't know. I have enough money. Hold on.
Oh, they know Rocky fucking reverse Kermit's placing bets on hockey. They know to fucking deny it.
What the fuck, big dog? What the fuck? Yo, dead ass, they did not just do me like that. Okay, all right, I got it. All right, cool, we're locked in. All right, we're good. Hey, everything's all right. And then also on the slate tonight, we're looking at. Hold on, let me see my slips here. Let me see my fucking slips here.
Let's see them. What do we got?
Hey, Dan, this next time we do a fucking movie, let me do a little voice in the movie, in the film. I'll come into the film. I say, listen.
Hey, you keep it. You keep hitting hockey plays like this. Well, you do whatever the fuck you want in the next one.
This next movie, I'm gonna come up and say, listen. If you're not putting down a parlay that I'm picking, understand you got a fucked up double down there. All right, so I got Tyler Sagan. I got Tyler Sagan and Marcia So. And then I got Sagan single, Marcia single, and then I got Marcia Eichel, and McKinnon. And then Marcia So, I got McKinnon under. Yep, Marcia So over, Eichel over, and then McKinnon under.
All right. Hey, we're locked into that last fucking game tonight, buddy.
Come on,
we're fucking locked in. Now we got some action, guys.
Should I place a little fucking money line? That's tough.
I mean, if you want.
First period winner.
What you got?
I don't know. It's a tough matchup.
Just roll with props, teams. Baby. Just roll with props.
Yeah, I'll roll with some props. Let me see if there's any other props I like for this game. At least for goals. Should I take Ikes? I got a couple bucks to spare. I got $8 over my regular number.
Oh, baby, you're rich.
On. Should I take McKinnon and Ikes both to have a goal?
Fuck it. Run it.
I'll play some single. Eichel's plus 140.
Yeah, dude. How many goals can be in a fucking game? I mean, come on.
Fucking as many as you want, Dan. As many as the heart desires. You know what? I'll keep the change. I will keep the change. It's not an anytime touchdown. I'll save that chump change for a little bit of football, a little juice on the football. Shots on goals at least. Should I take all of them under just what we picked? Eichel, Marcia So, and McKinnon. Where's McKinnon? Yep. Bang. Bang.
That's called fucking on-screen magic right there.
Boom.
Lock it in.
So I got him for at least 4, at least 3, and at least 3.
Bang.
I'm gonna drop a little fucking. Maybe I'll put a little fucking. Yeah, put a little something on it. All right, I'll put a little something. Cool. All right, I got those locked in.
All right, we're locked in. I think that's the best place to fucking end it. I mean, you guys saw
it's the best place to end it. So listen, little did you guys know, I just put my home on this bet, and so
it doesn't hit, we're fucked.
It doesn't hit, we're fucked. And next stream will be live from Dan's Tub, is where my new home will be.
Just fucking
and I'll be in there. Listen, first thing you do when you get in, a little scrub down. Second thing you do is you set up the iMac and get ready for your next Degen Fantasy stream.
Goddamn right, baby.
What else could you do? And guess what? Guess who's paying for my flight? Double down, Dan.
You. Take it easy, guys.
You'd like to the IG. Oh, hold on. Check us out on Instagram at Degen Fantasy Premium. It's been your boy, Rocky Prop, Rookie Bet. Tell him, Dan, reverse.